it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today to share my July works in progress. I've got some really fun projects to share with you this morning, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's look at everything. First of all, I'm super excited about this Midsummer Star mug rug that I did. If you remember, I did a Star and Stripes mug rug last month and thought I would kind of continue that little small project series. What I also do with these small patterns is I include a secondary project. So with this month's mug rug pattern, you also get the instructions to use this block to make a table runner. And we can actually pop a picture of a digital image of that table runner up on the screen. I haven't made it yet. But anyway, this is just a new small pattern that's available in the shop. And again, you can do the mug rug option, or you can also do the table runner option. Okay, something else I want to show you is this Peacemaker pouch. This is a Solux pattern by Chrissy of Solux, and I get to see her at Quilt Market and I see her at Motivation in Dallas each summer, and this was a brand new pattern she had, this little pouch with the sewing machine. And I just fell in love with it in Dallas. And so she said, hey, I'll send you the pattern when I get home and you can make it. And so I had a lot of fun making her pattern. And I used, everything is Raspberry Summer, except for I did use a little bit of Delightfully Yours for this little heart. You do a patchwork back with this pattern, so it's actually mini charm friendly. Everything can be made with a mini charm pack except for the sewing machine and the background. And then I did go ahead and use this Moda woven for my background. I actually saw somebody at one of my St. George retreats who used this with Raspberry Summer, and it was so much fun as a solid. And I'll actually link exactly which number this one is. I did do a couple things different from Chrissy's pattern, I'll let you know. For one thing, my bag has a lot of stability because I did use soft and stable instead of fusible fleece like her pattern calls for. So my bag just really stands up by itself. I'll go ahead and show you what I used for the lining. I love this because there's no doubt that this is a sewing bag. You know, I've got the sewing machine on the front. Another thing I did differently was I did use a by Annie zipper instead of just a regular zipper, and it really didn't change anything. I did have to add 1/2 inch to the zipper tabs just to make them wide enough to cover this zipper. The by Annie zippers are a little bit wider. Another thing I did differently was I boxed the bottom. So Chrissy's pouch actually is more like this, where this bottom background shows, and she actually gives you the option either to round it or just to do it square. So anyway, if you just follow her pattern, it will kind of look more like that, and it will be, you know, flatter. It won't really stand up because I did do the boxing. I like that. It just gives you extra room, I feel like, inside to put things. And anyway, great pattern. Always love Chrissy's designs and had a lot of fun making it in our Raspberry Summer. I guess the final thing I did differently was I did add a zipper pull. So, and we actually have a video tutorial for how to make one of these on the blog with a bias tape maker and an 1 inch by 12 inch piece of fabric. So you can watch that video if you want to see how to make this cute little zipper pull. Okay, next up that I've been working on is, you might have seen the video for the scalloped border tutorial. And when I shared the video, I didn't have the binding on. I talked about it, but I hadn't actually made the binding or sewn it on. And I did want to get this done and show you. I decided to go with a light binding. It's pretty infrequent that I do that, but I just felt like it really kind of brightened up the green border. And I did use a bias binding. I actually cut a 15-inch square and cut my strips on the diagonal on the bias. And I did 1¼ inch strips. And that 15-inch square actually gave me the binding that I needed for this entire wall hanging with a tiny bit extra. So really excited about that, to be able to do that. And again, this is the window box pattern, and it was in my Labor of Love quilt book, but it's also available as a standalone PDF pattern now, and we are going to try to get that in a printed version for everyone as well soon. So anyway, super excited with how this turned out. And yeah, hadn't done a scallop binding since I made my flowers for Emma quilt, but it was fun to get this one done. Okay, a couple other things. I am also working on Moda blockheads. I don't have any of those here with me, but I am continuing to make those blocks every week, and you can look at my blog every Wednesday. We don't always do videos. We did just recently do one because it was my block, but I do every single Wednesday post those Moda blockheads blocks. If you want to see them, you can find them on my blog or on my Instagram. And then I'm also continuing to work on our Quilting Life block of the month. This was our July block. Super excited about the August block. Stay tuned. It's coming on the first Monday in August. And we are making the large blocks, and I'm also doing doubles of the block centers so that we can make a table runner. And this one is free. You can get all the information on my blog. Okay, last but definitely not least, I did finish up, it's not completely finished, but all the blocks are sewn together for my Brightly sampler. We've been sharing videos throughout the year for this sampler, and this is from the book that I did with my daughter, Chelsea Stratton. You do need the book for this one. The original quilt was in Laguna Sunrise, but I did for the sew along, I've been doing everything in reds and greens from Raspberry Summer. And just wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek about this. We will have a final wrap-up blog post on this in August, and at that point I'll have it quilted and bound, and you'll be able to see the full thing. But I did want to share it with you because this is kind of a big thing that I got finished up this month. I'm also working behind the scenes on some really fun projects that you won't be able to see until the end of September. Sorry about that, but I think you're going to love them when you see them. And this is everything else that's been going on in the sewing room. Okay, so that's it for what I've been working on that I can share with you right now. We will have all of the links to everything I shared today in the description below. We would love it if you would share this video with a friend, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit the like button. Thanks so much for stopping by.